Hey guys, Matt here, Savvy Lands. Hey, awesome property in Liberty County, Texas. This one is a lakefront property and it is on Gaylor Lake. It's about 18 miles east of Cleveland, Texas. And it's got awesome attributes. It's about 0.81 acres. It's two different lots. You can use one, you can use both. You can buy one, you can buy both. And you can put a house on them. There's no restrictions. There's a neighborhood right across the highway from this property. It's a more popular restricted neighborhood. But this one you can do whatever you want with. So we couldn't find any restrictions. The neighborhood tells us that there aren't any. It's a trailer-friendly neighborhood. You can have an RV, you can have a trailer home, you can have a brick and mortar home, anything you want really. You can park it there and leave when you want. Weekend getaway, permanent home if you want it. And it's also next to a wildlife refuge, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the computer here and fly you to Google Earth, and I'm going to show you the property. So here we are at the good old US of A, and I'm going to flash a green pin at the bottom of the screen, and it's going to be the property location. There it is, so 0.813 acres, right on Gaylor Lake. So we scroll down a little bit. You're going to start to see some areas you might be familiar with, Houston, Texas being one of them. There's Cleveland, like we said earlier. This property is about 18 miles to the east of Cleveland. This property also feeds into the ever popular Tarkington Independent School District, Tarkington ISD. So this is a very, very, very popular school district in Liberty County here. A lot of people call us every day wanting property in Tarkington, or property that feeds into Tarkington ISD. So let me fly you over a little closer to the property. So if you look on the north side of Highway 105 here, it's actually called the Preserve of Texas. That is the that's the deed restricted neighborhood that I was telling you about. It's more of a resort style community, I guess. Not so much deed restricted, but resort style. And here we are at Gaylor Lake. Now this property sits right on the lake. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the pin and turn on the approximate outline. We don't have a survey on this property, but this is, from what we could pull from the plat map, this is about the outline of the property. So if we fly down, you'll see that there's neighbors to the south and neighbors to the north, and the property is basically all the trees right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to turn off the outline so you can see all the trees. There you go. So those are all the trees. The property's all the trees. This property was lived on at one point. It's got an old home, kind of, let me get a new pin out here. So it's got an old home like right here. And then it's also got an RV or a fifth wheel type, or not fifth wheels, sorry, travel trailer. It's like right about there. And then it also has an old barn, which is right at the front of the property near the roads, right about there. It's got a few old structures on it, but I mean, these can be hit down with a bulldozer when you're clearing the property, and they'll crumble. If you look at all of our photos, you'll see that they're pretty much back into the ground by now. So just want to keep you informed of that. I'm going to turn on the directional pins here so I can show you a view in every direction, which we got some drone photos too, so you'll be able to see those even better here shortly. Now this is going to be quite a long video because we've got a lot of info about this property that we want to tell you about. So here is the view to the north. I'm going to turn you over to the east. You'll see Highway 105 and Gaylor Lake are northeast of this property. There's the view to the east. And right on the other side of the lake there, where this property has frontage, is actually a wildlife refuge. So it's the Trinity River National Wildlife Refuge. And I'll get into some of the details on that as well. They've got fishing, they've got hunting, hiking. There's a lot of cool stuff around here. Turning you to the south, you can see it's just tons of trees. When I was walking through the property, a rabbit came out, tons of squirrels, there were lots of birds and bugs and salamanders and everything. So lots of wildlife around, which if you're a wildlife enthusiast, this might be a good property for you. You can see there's a lot of nice setups here. Just south of the property, all these homes down here. People next door actually have a floating dock that goes out onto the lake, so you can mimic them and do the same if you'd like. And there's a view to the west. Alrighty, now I want to bring you up a little bit more. And show you a street view of Gaylor Lake from the highway, from Highway 105. Again, this is 18 miles to the east of Cleveland, Texas. So here's a street view, kind of in the sun there, but you get a general idea. So there's no hunting on this lake. Sorry about that. Phone's ringing. I think someone's actually trying to call me on this property. There's no hunting on this lake. It is, you can't discharge a firearm within 500 feet of it. So you can fish on it all you want, and then the wildlife refuge actually has drawn hunting permits that I'll get into in a second. So here's the highway. If we turn this to the north, you'll see the other side of the lake here on the other side of the highway. So it's a fully wooded lake. I mean, there's the wildlife refuge website says there's tons of wood ducks that stay around here and all sorts of other wildlife that I'll show you here shortly. Now the parking lot for the wildlife refuge, which is pretty cool. Let me show you this real quick. So all the green is the wildlife refuge here. It's on the map. It's easier to see. If I scroll in, the property is right about where that drop pin is. So property where the drop pin is and wildlife refuge here. Now the parking lot is super close. It's about a half mile down the road. If we zoom in here, this whole area right here, oops, what just happened? This whole area is the parking lot for the wildlife refuge, right there. So you can use this park. I mean, it's pretty cool. The refuge is available to you. If we pull a line here down to it from the property, I'm going to get you in miles here. The property down to the parking lot. There you go, about half a mile. So it's super close. Lots of hiking here. I think it's like 6.5 miles of hiking trails that you can use. There it is. We'll show you some more on that in a second. So let me jump into some other specifics on the property. Like I said, this property feeds into the ever popular Tarkington ISD school district. This is a really good school district out here, and a lot of people want in it. So we expect this property to go pretty quickly. Now, the Trinity River National Wildlife Refuge has a website. Here it is, and you can learn all sorts of information here. So scroll around in here, go check it out, and you can see what they have to offer. We're going to highlight a few of the items they have to offer here first. So first of all, it does have tons of different wildlife. And like I said, the wood ducks spend their summers on the refuge. 100 bird species are known to breed here. There's more than 275 species of birds that are in the park throughout the year, or in the refuge throughout the year. 650 different kinds of plants. 400 types of butterflies and moths, and 24 species of reptiles, including alligators and cottonmouth snakes. So there's all sorts of stuff around here. Species lists. I'm not going to go into all these, but you can go to this website and check it out. They got a bird list, butterfly list, fish list, mammal list, moth list, plant list, and reptiles and amphibians list. For hunting, I mentioned it briefly earlier, but they do have drawn hunting permits in the refuge. So you can go into here and look as well. So you can do deer and hog with bow and arrow for archery, big game, deer and hog, muzzleloader, deer and hog, upland game, and then they also have waterfowl. So you can look at the specifics on what you need to get those permits, and you can hunt there if you get drawn. Fishing, Champion Lake, 800 acres of flooded cypress trees. They got a 150-foot fishing pier near there as well that you can use. You can have a boat also. I think it has to be under 15 horsepower or something like that. Don't mark my words. Check the website yourself, please. Google Maps, here it is again. It's this whole green area. If we fly into the property, I'll turn on satellite view so you can see the property real quick. So the property is right here. It's all those trees. If you look straight across from that dot, from that pin, across the lake, when we turn on the map, you'll see that that's the refuge. So there it is. The Trinity River National Wildlife Refuge also has a Facebook site, so you can go check out what people are saying about it. You can look at photos and videos, and there's some ducks they've got. And it looks like they do a lot of events out there. So if you click on their photos, you can see all sorts of different events that people are having fun and smiling at. When I pull this up on Google Images and just type in Trinity River National Wildlife Refuge, these are all the photos that I got. A lot of stuff in the area. Now I want to show you the property listing on our website. So here's our website. I'm going to go ahead and start from the beginning so you know how to get there. Man, I got a lot of people calling me today. Let me see here. Bring you to the first page on our website. So here it is. Go ahead and click Land for Sale. Then you want to scroll down to this one right here. Savvy Lands, Liberty County, 0.8135 acres. It's got two property IDs. Like I said earlier, this is two different properties. They're about 0.4 acres each. But we're selling them together here. So here you can get a little property overview. We tell you a little bit about the lakefront property. It's a half mile down the street from the refuge, like I said earlier. Get into a property summary. So over 4/5 of an acre. We don't know of any restrictions other than you can't discharge a firearm within 500 feet of Gaylor Lake. And I believe 25 or 50 feet from the lake on shoreline is reserved for public use so that everyone can walk up and down the lake. So not bad, and it actually helps you out because you get to access the whole lake. Distances from the property. Cleveland, Texas is 18 miles to the west. Moss Hill is pretty close to 8 miles to the east. There's a gas station there and I believe a restaurant as well. Livingston, 44 miles to the north. Liberty, 23 miles to the south. The refuge, like I said, half mile to the south. Sam Houston National Forest, 45 miles to the northwest. Houston, Texas, 63 miles to the southwest. But then we get down into the property specifics. So here is all the info that we have on the property. We noticed that the county did just change the property ID numbers. So you might have to look for both of those. We've included both of them in this listing. Now I want to show you some videos that I took of the property itself. So here's a drone video of the property. You can see that the truck right here is on the street, right on the edge of the property. As we pan up, you're going to start to see all the trees on the property. There are a lot of big trees on this lot, or on these lots. If you look right in the middle of the screen, you'll see power lines. The old house sits right under those power lines. So there's the lake, and you can see the neighbors to the south. They've got a nice little setup there. The next video that I want to show you is right here. So here we are sitting right over the lake. You can see the floating dock right there that I told you about earlier. Go down a little bit and then pan up so you can see the property. So let me jump back a little bit here. All right, so there's another look. If you look right through the trees here, you can see the old remnants of the house that was on the property and is falling down now. This structure just to the, I guess it'd be the south of, right there, it's kind of blurry, but south of the old home that's on the property is on the neighbor's property. You can see there are power lines running through there as well. So this is the property all in the middle of the screen, runs all the way back to the road there. Just start turning you around a little bit. You can see the lake here. Saw a couple boats, smaller John boats out fishing. They're just going up and down it. A couple canoes as well. So this is all these trees over here across the lake, and this is all the Trinity River National Wildlife Refuge. This view right here is looking south down the lake. You can see all the neighbors on this. So they've got nice, this is what your yard could look like. So you can clear out all those trees and get some grass in there, and it can look that good. Really neat properties. A lot of these properties sit on one parcel as well, so it's about a half acre, a little under a half acre, 0.4 acres. And the one that we're selling in this ad has 2 of these side by side. So they're actually lots 65 and 66 in Gaylor Lake subdivision. Alrighty, got another video coming up for you. And this one is going to be the final drone video that I show you. It's just going to take you all around. So now we're looking straight east over the lake towards the refuge. We're going to spin it around here. Coming up on due south, you can see this road. If you take this road half a mile where the car's driving right now, it dead ends into the refuge and the parking area for the refuge. Turning to the west, you can see it's mostly trees. There's one homestead back over in the trees there. Looks like about it in that area though. And now spinning you back around to the lake, looking to the north. There it is. So the highway, if you look up in the left-hand corner of the screen where the cursor's at, you can see the highway up there. Alrighty, now I want to show you a video from the shoreline that we took. Go ahead and pull it up full screen for you. So here it is. Listen to all the birds and everything in here. Alrighty, I want to show you a few more things. If we pull back up our website and the property listing on our website, we'll get down into some pricing here. So here's the pricing. We currently have it listed at $35,000 cash, and we're also happy to finance at 50 grand. So we've listed some terms here. We highly prefer cash. That's why we give a big cash discount if you can pay in cash. You can either go find another loan like at your bank that would give you maybe a better rate than we give you, or if not, we're happy to finance it. Not a problem at all. We handle all the paperwork. All we need to do is we'll meet in person and shake hands and sign some documents, and it's that easy. We record it all with the county, and it's yours to move on to or do whatever you want with from that point forward. And you just pay us for the until you pay off the loan. Our loans have no prepayment penalties. If you want to pay us off early, we'd love that. No problems. If you want to check us out, we've got a lot of social media accounts. First one is our Facebook account, and it's going to be, we're still posting photos on this, but it's at savvylands.com, or sorry, at savvylandsusa. Let me fly over to our Instagram first, and I'll pull up the Facebook in a second. So here's our Instagram. This is actually one of the postings that we have on this property. You can see a bunch of photos. You can see all the photos on our website as well, and on our Facebook site. We're uploading a photo. What do they call it? An album right now to our Facebook site, and it's loading. So I'm pulling up a new screen that I can show you the Facebook site on in here now. There we go. All right, here's our Facebook site. If you scroll through here, you'll see a bunch of postings on this property. Here's the first one, second one. Here's a little video of me talking about the property. And yeah, so we got a lot of good info here. Instagram, again, it's at savvylandsusa. That's what all of our social media is. So feel free to like us, follow us, and leave us some comments, chat with us, whatever. If you follow us everywhere, you'll be updated on our properties very quickly. And then we also have Twitter. It's also at savvylandsusa. So they're all the same, same usernames, and you can check us out pretty easily. That's about all the info I got for you on this property. Yeah, it's looking like it. Again, let me show you this real quick so you can see that it's on the lake. There you go. Gaylor Lake, 0.8135 acres. Alrighty. Well, thanks for watching this video, guys. I know it was kind of long, but I hope it was informative, and hope you can head on over to our website to check us out. www.savvylands.com, savvylands.com. It's on the screen right now. And I hope to be hearing from you soon, and maybe you're interested in this property. If you're not, we've got some more great ones coming up. And just like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then be sure to sign up for our Savvy VIP buyers list on our website as well. When you type in our website, a pop-up will come up, and you can enter your email, and you'll be one of the first ones to know when we get new properties. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day.